Hello and welcome to our presentation, and this is the ArtGoldenGai Mint Party app V2 by me and my friend Tommy. So previously we actually submitted this project last week for the GoldenGai Hackathon. As you can see there, we got our immersive AI art NFT event app, and you guys liked it. So that was really nice. So this week we've actually had a bit more time. My friend Tommy, who was sick, who previously couldn't help out much for the last time, was actually able this week for us to join forces together and work together to actually get this app improved a little bit more. And mostly we've been working on is actually getting this app live and running. We got some Git action going, we got some live deployment, test some things out, and we've improved the UI a lot and made the web experience much faster, as well improved the rule styling, and is starting to implement training. As previous the app we showed, we had rooms, and they could have the artists, and the floors could have custom models, and we're like, oh, let's give the artists the power to actually train their own models, so we started setting that up. And then one thing I started adding in is integration for the artist addresses in the NFT contract, as it's one of the ideas to actually these NFTs will be generated, some of the cost of the minting, and as well if they buy it in sales will go to those artists. And as well, we actually tried a new contract and deployed it, but sadly my test wallet got drained, so that didn't end up going too well. But we'll talk about that more later on. So just got a big refresh of the idea of the app. The idea was, we want to make gallery NFT memorabilia as gen AI images. So you go to a gallery, like here, so we got this, we have the GoldenGai example. We go to the floor we like, we choose the art we want, and the floor has a meme theme. We choose Pepe, we get a Pepe, what's also fused with a Chad meme, and then we can mint that, and some of that NFT's goodness from the mint cost and the cost after will go to support the artists. And we use the ER787 to know this is not actually some stolen art, this is actually reflect that previous artist and that previous model. And this week I was able to think a lot about actually how to implement this much better than previously, so we'll talk about some of that later on. We're doing a little live demo of what we changed in the app. We see we got the new UI, and we started to make a training thing. So let me just close this now, and we'll go to the app. So here we go back in, we can get some more themes. We start to add in a few little color themes, so we can get vibing. We haven't really added it to the floor styles yet. That is one of the things we want to do. Kind of didn't work as well as we wanted. But we can select our rooms much more smoothly. We can generate them. And then once they're generated, stuff will pop out. Oh, we got a valley, a nice valley. I mean, you can select the image, and then we can go down and mint that after. There you go, like a pizza Pepe frog. So this part is still in development for the training, but we can simply enough show how easy it should be, is just upload images and then send it over to train. That costs a little bit of money, so we're not going to do it right now. And we just make it easy enough for artists to literally just put their model name in, put some captions they want to add to these images, and then hit a train button. And then once that hopefully will go through, we can talk about actually minting this model. I'll talk about how I wanted to set that up now. So taking a little look at the wireframe we have ideated for this application, how it's going to run, we have our model training done in an application called Replicate, and this allows us to easily train AI image generation models as well run them to generate AI images. And when you train one of these models, you get a bunch of metadata JSON files, and one of the important things in there is actually a hash. It gives us a version identification for this model, and that's hosted on their server, but you can download the weights to host it in other places. What can make it useful if you want to use a Hugging Face and whatnot. The idea we had was to actually deploy this as a LoRa model contract, and this will have its address, or we can put the address of the artists in there as well to take over this. And as well, we can deploy this contract as an ERC721, and this allows it to receive funds. So when we gen an AI image, we can actually set up a usage fee, and some of that can be sent to this contract. We can set up in the back end of the app, and as well, we can use this hash as actually a verification to check, is this AI generator using this one is actually using the right one, or does this person actually have access to this hash inside the application? So when we go to mint this NFT, we can actually verify it, that it's an AI art using this model. And this way we can keep track on things. We can know actually who owns this model and who is the original sort of artist about it. And one thing I did say that we wanted to actually deploy this app with more of the crypto minting on play, but actually my account got drained. So that was great. So normally you have to add some money, some ETH into a new wallet on MetaMask to actually receive any of these testnet Phuket. I don't know how they say it. But unfortunately, testing out all these applications, one of them put something on my MetaMask, and when the funds came, they went out. So bye bye money. So actually right now, I don't really want to deploy the NFT contract side just yet. I want someone to go over and just actually check over all the code. Is this right? Is it something I did wrong? To figure that out. So just taking a quick look at the tech stack, one thing we did change, we actually changed the NFC side to move away from Hardhat and deploy on Remix, and move away from Mantle to deploy on Base, because it's just easier on Base and it's cheaper for the minting side. But as we got hacked, that phase is on hold right now. And just talking about the future of this application, we've had some more time to think about it. So first, as of course, is really get some team together and people with more NFT experience to really go over the live deployment of these NFTs and get the test properly working, because we don't want to risk of people losing money. As well, we want to improve the creator model and training experience. As the example we had here, the demo was GoldenGai, but really want a user to make their own GoldenGai for their own gallery and event, so they can generate their own images in that. And we wanted to more act as like a guide as well, as you'd have a JSON file or a database full of all your art in your app or in your gallery. You can actually read that into a LMM or a RAG setup and actually have a user guide, quite like an audio guide as well, for just prompting and asking questions about this art, like who made this, what is this, blah blah blah. And that can actually add another good immersion experience to the gallery. And as well, we want to really improve on the AI generation, as right now it's very simple, just like prompt image, probably a prompt gen image, but you can actually sometimes add a base image, we can add style transfers, and right now like AI motion, AI video is hitting up, and there's some good stuff with that, like really quick generation of like fast video, and as well add some more in custom comfy UI workflows. And for the service and target, for a first test, I think this is really viable for like a gallery event test run, as something like ArtGoldenGai or another art gallery, to get an app like this running and allow people to just, well, test it out, mint their own art, mint cool things, and take the memory home with them. And this will really allow that first test experience, a user-based, to them decide on what improvements should be made next. So, thanks for listening. I have been Jarvis, and if you want, check out the code, it's on GitHub, and contact me to any ask questions, and the link to the live app will actually be in the project page, so please give that a look, and thank you.